Okay, so I wanted to do an update on a little monster build. It's been 5 years in the build, and 4 years ago I started going over the fence piece by piece as it's all built in the garage. So just take a quick walk around. Here's the beams. They were the first thing built. Floats were the second thing built. It took like 6 months to build the beams. It took a year to build both floats. The hardware, the metal you see here, I purchased. It was just too much to do it all by myself. You gotta have help on some of this. So she's 34 feet long, and it's called an F32SR Trimaran. And here's the bow that I just put on at the beginning of the year. That's a fake wood bowsprit. I'm still waiting for the part to come for that, but I got it all fitted up and ready to go. So it's all carbon fiber, expensive boat foam, and epoxy. Let me get a better look back here from the back. Take a view of the entire boat from the bow. I always keep it covered. This is the first time I've had it uncovered in about 4 years because epoxy doesn't like UV rays, and so I keep it covered unless I'm working on a spot. It's the only time I uncover something to actually just work on it and cover it back up. So today I uncovered everything to give an update because people have been asking how we were doing. So let's take a look at the aft part of the boat. A lot of this is I bought plans from a designer named Ian Farron's world famous Trimaran designer. And then, of course, I had to change a few things, so, trying to make a better mousetrap. So, in the back here, you see drain holes now. They go from the main cockpit. I put a mid-cabin in, which has never been done before as far as I'm concerned. I haven't seen anything like that, and I'll show you more about that. On the sides here, I have a tube that runs all the way from the cabin back where I put shelves, and then you can have plenty of access underneath. That's not been done before either. So here's what I'm working on right now. I'm working on my mid-cot cabin. This is all being fabricated, and you see these pieces of paper on the carbon fiber, and that's what they call peel ply. It looks terrible right now, but you peel that off and you have a fresh, clean surface. So I leave it on there absolutely as long as I can, because it makes it much easier to work with clean parts and dirty parts. All the hardware that went into putting these beams together and aligning these things up on the boat was ridiculously crazy hard. It's an engineering nightmare. It took me a long time. I'm really meticulous. I wanted the lineups to be perfect, and it drove me absolutely crazy. But I finally got that completely done just a few weeks ago. Put the last of the hardware on. This is my mid cabin that I'm putting in the boat, and here's some pieces I'm working on right now. I was showing you earlier. I have drain tubes I was talking about from this is the main cockpit I'm in now, and I also can run wiring through those to the back of the cabin for the control of the outboard motor. Here's my lid, which I bought a hatch for that's coming this week. It's a flush mount, so it's a really cool hatch that will lay flush to this top and then give you easy access into that area of the boat. I got this on backwards right now, but that's okay. So going into the main cabin, this is the cockpit. I got my same design I talked about earlier here. These are little spaces that actually are storage for the main cabin on both sides. I made a hatch recently, lid. This boat didn't come with one in the design, but I designed my own, which looks similar to other boats, but pretty happy with the way it came out. It's not completely permanently mounted yet. I'll wait till the boat's painted and faired, and then I'll mount my track hardware that I came up with on it. And so here, going into the main cabin, hopefully you can see in here okay. So There's just enough room in here to put a bed and a seat that turns into a bed here. And then on the other side, I'll have a little sink and a escape hatch in case she flips over right here, and a little seat that goes over that. And then going forward through another bulkhead, oh, this is the dagger board housing. The dagger board goes through the boat right there. It's 10 foot long. Then you have a bulkhead here that you go through, and there'll be which is not going to be able to see in here very well, but there'll be where my little head is. I'll be able to have a toilet, possibly a shower, and then even a bed all the way forward. And that hole you see forward is a hatch to the very bow of the boat. And then looking aft here in the main cabin, this is the access to the back of my mid cabin area, and I put shelving in it. I just got that in, and it really stiffens the hull up. And the shells don't weigh anything; they're all carbon fiber, and it stiffens the boat up, and they're really strong. It just blows me away. So I'm moving aft through this little crawl space here, this is where you'll be able to sleep in the back of the boat. Your legs will be where I just was just showing you. And I gotta pop my head through this lid I just stuck on, because I don't have my hatch on yet. And this is the aft part of the boat again, and that's how she looks 5 years later, after starting with just a set of plans and a bunch of glue, foam, and carbon fiber. Thanks, folks.